power distribution panels. You also require uh, load planning and surge protection, because sometimes when certain surges takes place, some of your equipment may become damaged. Then load planning also is important. Why? Because if certain machineries or furnaces which uses electricity uh, works, therefore the electricity requirement for that furnace is far higher, and therefore you need to uh, manage your electricity load. Now we move on to section 2. Section 2, we will talk about safety and emergency infrastructure. Okay. Earlier in section 1, we spoke about HVAC, lighting, generator sets. Okay. Now we go into safety and emergency infrastructure. First thing which will come to our mind is fire suppression system. As you will come across in uh, a lot of buildings, commercial buildings, offices, office, warehouses, manufacturing facilities. You will have the uh, sprinkler system. It's a must-have. Then you also have the portable extinguishers, pemadam api they call it. There is many classes. There's classes from A to K. Then we also have the detection and alarm system. Some insurance coverage for certain facilities, such as warehouse and manufacturing, require this detection and alarm systems for the insurance to be covered. Now, it is actually tailored system based on the facility contents and risk. Okay, now when we talk about classes A to K, uh, they have categorized fire into 5 categories: class A, class B, class C, and class D, lastly class K. Now I will go through one by one. Okay, what is class A? Class A is ordinary combustibles. Class B is flammable liquids such as gasoline, oil, paint, grease. Class C, electrical fires, energized electrical equipment. Class D, combustible metals like lithium, titanium. Now, class K is about cooking oils and fats, commercial kitchens, deep fryers, and all those things. Now, each one of the classes require suitable extinguishing agents. For example, class A, you will require water, foam, or multi-purpose dry chemical. Class B, you require foam, uh, CO2s or dry chemicals. Class C, you require CO2. Class D, you require dry powder. Class K, wet chemical. So therefore, in your facilities, the type of portable extinguishers, pemadam api, must be tailored according to the facility contents. What kind of goods are we storing? What kind of goods are we handling? Say, for example, for Nestle manufacturing plant, they may not require Class D, they require Class A type of ex- extinguishers, or Class A or Class B. Okay, now that's why we say, uh, based on the facilities content, uh, the fire suppression systems is tailored according to the facilities contents. Okay, we're still in section 2. Now, same thing, but in a diagram form so that it's easier for us to understand. Okay, now, how to choose the correct fire extinguisher? Using the correct fire extinguisher, for example, here, if it's water, for use on wood, paper, textiles, do not use on flammable liquid or live electrical equipment. Now for dry powder, for use, it states here, for wood, paper, textiles, flammable liquids, gas fires, live electrical equipment. That's why you would see a lot of facilities having dry powder, because it covers a lot of situations, or a lot of types of fires. Types of fires, there's 5. Then you have foam, which can be used for wood, paper, textiles, flammable liquids, but cannot be used for live electrical equipment. And CO2 here also, more importantly here is do not use on wood, paper, and textiles, flammable metal and flammable metal fires. So therefore, going back to the dry powder is the most commonly used uh, fire extinguisher, because it covers a lot of types of fire. Now, wet chemical, you use it for cooking oil fires, wood, paper, and textiles. Okay, now let's move on. This slide here shows a simplified for you to uh, understand faster. Okay, there's 5 types of fire classes: A, B, C, D, and K. General source, puncher, that means the source of that fire is usually due to wood, paper. Now, fire class B is flammable liquids. Fire class C is from electrical. Fire class D from metals. Fire class K from cooking oils. So each type of fire requires a specific type of extinguishers. Okay? Now we are still in section 2. This slide will discuss about signage and safety indicators. It's mandatory, it's warning for fire and for emergency exit. That means you require signs for all these things. Okay. It also covers floor markings, illuminated panels, requires standard and local compliance. Okay. 2 names will come into the signage and safety indicators. 2 names: OSHA and DOSH. Now, you may want to look at the YouTube on your own time, both these things. safety signs, and Jabatan Keselamatan dan Kesihatan Pekerjaan for your reference. Now, let me explain what is OSHA and DOSH. Sometimes I've seen people, in fact myself, get confused between OSHA and DOSH. DOSH stands for Department of Occupational Safety and Health. It's an agency. It comes under Ministry of Human Resource. Okay. Now, as I said, DOSH stands for Department of Occupational Safety and Health, which comes under the Ministry of Human Resource. Now, OSHA, where does it stand? Okay, OSHA stands for, okay, let me read out. Ensures the safety, health, and welfare of workers through enforcement of Occupational Safety and Health Act. OSHA is an act. It's an act. And Factories and Manufacturing Act 1967. So OSHA is an act, while DOSH is the Department of Occupational Safety and Health, which comes under Ministry of Human Resource. Now, with this, we end section 2. We move on to section 3. Okay, in section 3, we will talk about communication and control infrastructure, basically telephones. How do we communicate? Okay. You will come across IP, PBX, intercoms, radio systems. It's about how do you communicate in public, in a facility. That means throughout, not to a specific person, for your entire organization. Okay. It enables operational coordination and rapid response. Okay, what is IPPBX stands for? It stands for, IP stands for Internet Protocol, and PBX is for Private Branch Exchange. You will come across private branch exchange quite often those days. Now, IPPBX is the telephone system that uses Internet Protocol to manage and route voice calls. It functions like a traditional PBX, which connects internal telephones within an organization and to external lines, but use analog phone lines. Okay, so that is IPPBX. Okay, we are still in communication and control infrastructure. Now, besides the telephone lines and audio, how do we communicate? We will also have monitoring and alarm systems such as CCTVs and access control. Sometimes you use your thumbprint, sometimes you use your employee card access control. Certain areas I can go in, certain areas I can't go in. Then you have got CCTV cameras. Then you have got intrusion detection. Then you have centralized building management system. Some high-end facilities, they do have this. But so far, I have not seen in the SMEs. So far, I've not seen. But like companies like Toyota, Nestle, they have this in their centralized security office. They have that. They have what we say, they are able to monitor across the entire plant in their security office, which they can see the camera and who's accessing where, all those things. Now, We are going into our last section, which is we will talk about efficiency, risk, and improvement strategies. Common limitations in support systems: poor energy control, inadequate signage or alarm coverage, obsolete communication tools. This is another bigger challenge because the tools that we have right now, or the tools that we buy right now, may become obsolete in another 5 years. Like many years back, like 15, 20 years back, certain facilities, certain equipments, we can use it for 10 years, 15 years. But now, since world is moving fast, we are innovating fast, new products are coming fast. Therefore, we are becoming more energy efficient. Therefore, we may not be energy efficient if we use the older products. However, the gaps leads to higher costs. It reduce safety. When I say reduce safety, it is not reduce safety in comparisons to another facility. That means the other facility having a better, newer equipment has better safety than compared to us. And newer support systems, newer tools provides faster response times compared to older tools. Now, recommendations for improvement. Nowadays, you can see smart lighting and HVAC controls. That means HVAC controls, you got an information systems whereby the systems based on sensors is able to adjust the HVAC. Preventive maintenance schedule also improves the support facilities. Then you have real-time monitoring dashboards. But sometimes these things are nice to have, but not necessarily you need to have real-time in across all types of support facilities. For example, like temperature, yes, you need real-time. For some other aspects, you may not require real time. Real time meaning to say you do not have to monitor every hour. You monitor every week or every month will be sufficient. But temperature, you may require real time. Then what we can do is that there is integrated fire and safety response systems. Modernization supports cost saving, compliance, and operational continuity. However, modernization also is costly. So this is where we need to find a balance, whether the modernization cost is sustainable. Because we can't keep changing new things, and if we keep on doing like that, our organization and our facilities may not be sustainable. Now, we have come to the end. Now, what we require you to do is I would like you to recap and reflect. And there will be a short quiz which will be posted in BLMS to capture your attendance. Don't worry, I will give you uh, uh, many attempts. That means we do not constrict your attempts so long you get all the questions, the answers right. There would only be about 5 to 6 MCQ questions. You answer all of it. You can have many attempts provided so long you get all of it right, your attendance will be captured. Okay, this is part of self-learning. So long we are able to learn, that is our goal. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Yeah.